the EU dialogue was initiated for the reason that there was various quarters expressed a need for a platform that we could discuss issues. Sometimes the investor would not go to the correct forum to solve his problems. For example, he would go to the wrong line ministry. For that, the European Chamber requested that a tri-party approach be followed. We had a dialogue with the European ambassador of the European Union and other ambassadors representing European countries of the European Union to have a forum once a month to discuss how we could resolve these issues. We had requests from various embassies. There are issues from the European Chamber, and also there are investors who have various bottlenecks where they wanted to seek a solution. So I decided, with the concurrence of my minister, that we have a forum where all the line ministries are represented, and any issue in any sector could be referred to. Mrs. Renuka Virokon, our head of director promotions, would maintain a secretariat, and all departments under the BOI would be represented. For example, the customs, the Ministry of Power and Energy, who is also, fortunately, our secretary is also the secretary to the Ministry of Power and Energy, and we will have a representation from the UDA, from all other agencies and institutions which we feel that any investor would have a problem. And also I would like to thank Ms. Niranja Dimel, Executive Director of the European Chamber, who I would say was the catalyst in making this platform. I believe that this platform will resolve a lot of issues, and also we need to create a dialogue. 18% of our investment is from European countries. So Europe is very important to us. But I see great potential looking at our presentation. Even though it is 18%, BPOs, KPOs, and in the technology tech sector. So the overall net benefit, in addition to the investment, we have had a technology transfer to Sri Lanka. So in this setting, I believe that we can have a closer dialogue with Europe through this forum, and all the European ambassadors have been very supportive of this forum. This was long overdue. I think we had discussions long time back, but unfortunately we couldn't move forward. So every third week of the month, I would personally chair it, a 2-hour meeting, and I want to hold all the embassies that if there is the investor who has an issue, the embassy could refer it to us, or they could refer the investor to us. Also the European Chamber, the chamber members could refer any problem. Mr. Tyagaraja has also been very supportive of our initiative. So I hope that this forum would be a good start of resolving problems and also bringing greater investment. Any investor has frustrations and issues. But I've noticed a lot of these issues, investors have gone to the wrong place to resolve their problem. I know there are steps supposing there could be a Pradesh Sabha where one with regard to transformers, a simple issue like that. But then we could go to a higher authority in resolving this issue. But the investor would not know where to go. I mean, if they have some issues, especially in the area of software, they have various concerns about the tax, about duty payable. So we could give them the insight of what the duty regime is. So I believe that this forum will resolve a lot of issues, and also this forum clearly demonstrates that the BOI and the Ministry of Investment Promotion considers Europe very important to us in doing business. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us today, and I hope this platform will help us resolve a lot of issues and also further bringing more investment to Sri Lanka. Thank you.
It's indeed a very great pleasure for me to be here to address you today. Once again, at one of these excellent events in which the European Chamber has played a crucial role. I should start off with a double congratulations. Firstly to Sri Lanka for the victory over Pakistan last night. And of course, more specifically, for the inauguration of this new dialogue forum. It has been discussed, and we have participated actively in those discussions, and we're very pleased that today the forum is launched. And I would like to extend my high appreciation to Minister Musthapha for spearheading this investor dialogue. I think it could become a very important tool to promote and enhance investments between the EU and Sri Lanka. And of course, I take the opportunity to congratulate the European Chamber for pursuing the initiative with such vigour. Dr. Jayawira used a number of terms which I would like to pick up on. The most important is when he described our friendly relations. I think we shouldn't ever forget that the European Union is a strong friend of Sri Lanka's. And one area in which you see this very clearly is indeed the economic area. The relationship is underpinned by a very strong economic connection. The European Union takes just under a third of all of Sri Lanka's exports. And when you look at investment flows, I will now give you the third statistic to remember, in addition to the 18% mentioned by the Deputy Minister and 20% by the previous speaker. When you look at the flows of investment into Sri Lanka, around 24% come from Europe every year. So this is a strong and steady, positive flow. In fact, it's even less steady today than in the past, because last year the investment flow from Europe of FDI to Sri Lanka increased by more than 60%. So it is a strong and developing relationship.
I think the speakers before me have covered a lot of ground, so that I will only limit myself to a few remarks and a few things that the ECCSL would like to do along with the ministry in helping investment promotion to Sri Lanka from Europe. Firstly, I would like to talk about the practical and concrete initiatives going forward for the rest of 2014 to implement the Honourable Deputy Minister's vision for supporting and enhancing trade investment between Sri Lanka and the European Union. Sri Lanka is an investment destination which has attracted increased interest by European investors in the last several years. There are already many successful European investments in Sri Lanka, which have been possible due to a two-pronged approach to encourage and support European investment in Sri Lanka.